What's up, everybody? Got a really cool hunt for you here tonight. We got a southeast switching to primarily east wind tonight. We don't have a whole lot of spots that are very good for that on our private land, so we're coming over here to a section of commercial forest that's open to public hunting. It's not a very big chunk, but we've had success out here before. We've gotten pretty big bucks on camera out here in the summer, both last year and this year. And my buddy's been hunting out here a bunch. He keeps seeing a group of, he says, nice bucks. They keep coming out on private land and they're feeding pretty much all evening in this bean field. Basically, these deer are coming out into this bean field and they're just kind of milling around. They're never really coming over to the public side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get up here and we're gonna get about 100 yards from the corner of the field where the field meets the public land, and we're gonna hang a scent wick. We're using some stuff from Cook's Fatal Attraction, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get that wick blowing straight over to where these deer have been coming out. And we're also gonna try to use some thermals to our advantage, because right at that corner and basically the wood line they're coming out, it drops down, so it's lower elevation. So we're hoping that wind pushes it over there. As the night goes on, the thermals drag it down and kind of hold it right there where these bucks are coming out of. So we're hanging one wick at 100 yards. We're gonna then put a drag on our boots and we're gonna walk kind of a horseshoe shape. We're gonna go kind of into the middle of the public land, and then we're gonna come out and we're gonna set up right in that corner. And I'm gonna hang another wick. So it's gonna be risky wind-wise. We're gonna be really pushing the limits. But I'm hoping that the thermals where we're gonna sit, it's a low spot in the woods too. They kind of stick tight, stick close to the ground. We're gonna be using an Oz Radial 400 ozone generator. We're gonna have that right above our head, and we're just going on the ground tonight. We're gonna use a crossbow, we're gonna go on the ground, just in case if these bucks come out and they cut over a little bit further, we're mobile and we can move if we need to. So this could be a really cool hunt if this works out. I hope it does, and if it does, then I guess my plan was awesome, but Cook's Fatal Attraction scents and the ScentLock Oz ozone generator, those would be the tickets if this works out. Stay with us. All right, everybody, here you go. We found him. Solid 6-point. You know, he's not the biggest buck in the world, but way back here in some public land and having just a perfect hunt come together. I mean, just absolutely perfect. Our game plan of setting those scent drags, putting one 100 yards up, putting another one right in front of us, using thermals to protect our wind, using that Oz Radial to protect it even more. Man, it worked like a charm. This is honestly one of the coolest hunts I've ever done. Being able to sit on the ground, shoot a buck from, I think he was 15 yards, just leaning up against a tree with a crossbow, you know, nothing in between you. It was so cool. I mean, it was just so cool. You know, I got to tip my hat to my buddy Chad. He's the one that said he saw him moving out from the private land onto a big bean field. And that's exactly what he did. And man, the plan that we put together was just perfect. So I really got to thank him. You got to thank Cook's Fatal Attraction. Their scents, everything that they've got is phenomenal, and it worked like a charm. And same thing with the Oz Radial, using ozone and using thermals to your advantage. This buck came directly downwind of me, and had it not been for you know, utilizing thermals and that ozone, as well as using that scent and giving him something to, you know, to keep him occupied, I probably wouldn't have got him. And when he got to my drag, he raked his head all through it. He was knocking the brush around. It's just an awesome hunt. Awesome public land. My first public land buck here in Southwest Michigan. I could not be happier. This one is one for the memory books. Now the fun begins. We've got about 800 yards to drag him. So it's gonna be a little bit of a long night, but you know what, I don't care. Such an awesome hunt. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Get out there, try some new stuff, get out there on public land, and do your best, everyone, to introduce somebody new to the outdoors. Take somebody new out with you. Public, private, deer hunting, squirrel hunting, turkey hunting, whatever it is. Introduce someone new to the outdoors this year. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. Remember, be a sportsman, make a sportsman.